We're now joined by Danielle Gletow, who is founder and executive director of an organization called One Simple Wish. Danielle, great to have you with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Describe One Simple Wish.
One Simple Wish is an online platform where anybody can go and make a simple wish come true for a child or a young adult who's been impacted by foster care, trauma, neglect, or child abuse.
How'd you get so committed to this, not just professionally, but more importantly, personally?
So back in 2005, I got married. My husband and I decided we wanted to become foster parents with the goal of adopting a child. And we learned really quickly that the foster care system was really a mess and something that a lot of people didn't talk about. And when we decided to foster to adopt, we also wanted to make sure that we were becoming really strong advocates in telling the stories of the children, not just that we were encountering, but the children that we were learning so much about. And what we found was that there were so many kids that were missing out on those childhood experiences that growing up, most of us enjoyed. And, you know, for us, being parents was the most incredible thing ever. And we just adored the children that came into our home and showered them with love and attention. But we knew that there were so many other kids out there that were lacking that and had that feeling like they weren't sure they mattered. And so we wanted to launch this program as a way to encourage everybody to just join together and do something loving for these kids.
You know, back in 2017, we're taping this program at the end of 2020, be seen after that. When you got the call that you were one of the winners of the Russell Berrie Award for Making a Difference, the Making a Difference Award, and I say this all the time, I'm been honored for many, many years to be hosting, moderating that event, and meeting so many extraordinary leaders, particularly leaders of not-for-profits. Did you expect that award?
No, honestly, I never expect awards. And that might sound cheesy because maybe people who get awards say that, but I don't expect awards. It was really amazing and humbling. And quite honestly, when I was there in that room, listening to all of those other people, I just kept saying to myself, like, how am I one of them? Because I don't think people who really give a lot of themselves and do the work that we do look at ourselves the way maybe others do. And it's always inspiring to be surrounded with people who just give so much of their time and energy to making other people feel better.
And you know, it's interesting. This is part of a series we're doing. We do series within series. And they're more than just graphics on the bottom of your screen. This is simply called 25 for 25. It's the 25th anniversary of the Russell Berrie Foundation. We've been working with them for many years as part of our series, simply called Making a Difference. And we're featuring 25 winners of the Russell Berrie Award for Making a Difference I think the number's 300 in that range, 350 plus. Millions and millions of dollars have been awarded to people, their nonprofits, that are making a difference every day. The one thing I want to ask you about is this, and I remember talking to you when we were at the event, the kinds of wishes that come from these children who happen to be in foster care are extraordinary. Talk about them.
They really are just as unique as the kids who make them. They represent childhood joy. They represent the innocence of growing up and figuring yourself out. And that's what I love about them. I love that you can get closer to who this child actually is than you would ever get reading a statistic. And that's what I love, is we let these kids show who they are, what they dream about, what makes them happy. And that makes them feel seen. And in this world, I think that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants to know they matter.
Danielle, how has COVID made it even more challenging?
The good thing for One Simple Wish is we didn't have to pivot much when the pandemic hit because we've always been contactless giving. That's the plus. The tough part is we have seen a 300% increase in need this year. And around this time, around holiday, where we were seeing gifts.
We're
and a lot
taping
of
this around the holidays. I just want to make it clear. Go ahead. It'll be seen later, but go ahead.
Okay, so I won't mention that.
No, you did. Hey, listen, no. We always say when we're taping around the holidays. What makes the holidays even more challenging and difficult for these children?
So it's more challenging because their needs and their wishes are pretty much more essential items than just the fun stuff.
Such as?
So most of the wishes that have come in have been for laptops, tablets, and other devices that let our kids stay connected to either school or family or siblings. You have to remember when pandemic hit and everything shut down and all these restrictions came into place, children who were removed from their homes either before that or during this time didn't have sibling and family visits anymore. So now the only way that they're seeing their constants and the people that ground them, the things that are familiar, are through a screen. There's no more school. There's no more, going to a weekly visit with mom or dad or brothers or aunts or uncles or grandparents. They have seen isolation and felt isolation that I don't think compares to anything else. They're not in their homes with the people they know and love most.
So hold on, our kids who complain, and I'm not just really talking about our kids, but there are a lot of kids complaining, and it's understandable, who are living with their birth parents, who are in the home they grew up in. It's hard enough for them. Now we take a step back, talk about empathizing and trying to imagine what it might be like for these other children. It's extraordinary.
I don't think any of us can possibly imagine. Before the pandemic, I used to say to people, imagine somebody came to your home tomorrow and said, you can't live here anymore. Get up, grab whatever you can in the next hour, half an hour, whatever, throw it in this bag, come with me, and then made you go live with people you've never met before and said, this is your life now. I mean, even without a pandemic, that's impossible to imagine. Now with a pandemic, I don't even get to once in a while reconnect to what I knew.
Danielle, let me ask you this. I wish we had more time, but before we finish the show, tell folks how they can help. We'll put up your website as you describe exactly how people can make a difference and help.
You can go online any time of day, any time of night, onesimplewish.org, and you can either grant an entire wish or you can donate towards a wish on our homepage, and we pool all that money together to make the larger wishes come true.
But how would someone know what a wish is?
Well, you can read them all. So you can go to the site. Yeah, you just guess. You go to the site and you can browse through things based on lots of different parameters. So you can choose the gender, you can choose the state they live in, you can choose, if it's a fun thing or if it's an essential item or an educational item. There's lots of ways to make it so that the wishes you see are things that are personal to you or things that resonate with you.
Hey, Danielle, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you and everyone at One Simple Wish for making a huge difference. And we're honored to feature the work that you and your colleagues are doing every day. Thank you, Danielle.
Thank you so much.
You got it. I'm Steve Adubato. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation. Funding has been provided by the Russell Berrie Foundation, RWJ Barnabas Health, the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, the Healthcare Foundation of New Jersey, New Jersey Sharing Network, NJM Insurance Group, the North Ward Center, United Airlines, and by Fedway Associates, Inc. Promotional support provided by bestofnj.com and by New Jersey Monthly.
If you need to see a doctor, RWJ Barnabas Health has 2 easy ways to do it from anywhere. You can see an urgent care provider 24/7 on any device with our Telemed app. Or use our website to book a virtual visit with an RWJ Barnabas Health Medical Group provider or specialist, even as a new patient. You've taken every precaution, and so have we, so don't delay your care any longer. RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.